How are we doing, future Joshua? How are we doing? Yes, we're good. Enough of my voice. I really wish there was a way where I wouldn't have to do that. Okay. Yeah, that can be louder. God. I forgot to unmute myself. That is not the best start. Well, hello, friends. Again. Oh, jeez. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Let's just go back to the bonfire, shall we? Let's just take that from the... Let's rewind 3 minutes. Oh, God, now we're being... leave us alone. Okay. So while we're here, okay, that's everything repaired. We have a humanity, so we might as well use it. I hope you've had a wonderful day. That's the bit I don't think you will have heard. I hope you had a wonderful day. We are starting incredibly late tonight. Oh, I forgot to do something. Which is entirely my fault. I was an anxious little silly sausage. So, unfortunately, we are starting super late. So, what I think I said when I was muted was, I think maybe I've been a smidge ambitious, calling the stream Beginner Beats the Duke's Archives. But from what I remember, we were basically at the end of it. I think we kind of did all the faffing around, exploring, and we just have the main doorway or whatever it is to go through now. While hopefully not being magicked to death. Although I think I might be wrong. I think we did all the stuff that involves those stairways and everything. So, from what I remember, the only place left is down into the hidden stairway, which is never a good sign. Oh, and I'm seeing a fog gate too. Sorry, I I've had a bit of a cough today. I don't know why. Nothing major, just a little bit of a cough. And that has now gone, but it's left me with a bit of a sore voice. So I apologise if I sound more for whatever adjective you want to use. Right, this is not the way we want to go. Yeah, from what I remember, it's down here. We got to see what's down here now. Hello, Nix. How is it going? I hope you had a wonderful day today. We are back here in Dark Souls. I don't know if all... Yeah, see, I remember these guys. Yeah, I thought I remembered that. I was thinking about that when I was getting the stream ready. I was like, there was one thing in particular from when we were here last stream. What did we learn that was making combat a lot easier? And then I remembered, yeah, the Uchi Katana, the slash is really good against the snake people who are also here. But that one, we can two-shot these crystal people rather than, I think it was 6, right? 6 quick attacks. Okay, I think the only way left is through here. Majorly regretting using that humanity, but I suppose we'd probably lose it if this is a boss fight anyway. I wouldn't even say I'm under the weather, really. Oh, jeepers. Okay, where are we now? This is... We're on the outside, I guess. What did that say? Praise the sun. Oh, well, praise the sun indeed. Yeah, for some reason, my body is pretty good. My immune system is pretty good. By all rights, it should be absolutely terrible. Everything I do should in theory make it worse. But my immune system's always been pretty good. So I don't get sick or get coughs and colds and stuff very often. I think I don't know that I've ever had the flu. I did have the unmentionable virus that, I don't know, I mean, I think most people had it at some point, right? Amazing Ember ahead. Oh, okay, well, down we go. But I spy a golden golem over there, which, that's Onion Man's daughter or something, right? Super cool. Oh my gosh, I know what we should have done while we were bloody human. Why didn't we kindle the bonfire? Oh, Joshua, you donut. Okay. I mean, I'm very curious to find out what this place is. Is it just the outside of the Duke's archives? Because it kind of looks Dark Root-y. Which makes sense, right? Because the only other place, I might be forgetting somewhere, but I think the only other place that we've come across the crystal enemies is Dark Root. And it was a bit weird how they were randomly there. So maybe this outside here is... I don't know if it'll be a shortcut, but in my head, maybe it's part of the same forest or something. I don't know. Oh, it's the main... Oh, no. Yeah, that really would have been... I mean, it's just a humanity. At the end of the day, it's not too bad. We haven't lost, like, 50,000 souls or... Oh, okay, so note to self, we can't dodge backwards when they do that. Do we go for one more or do we Estus? Perfect. Okay. Well, let's get... It was, what, 7,000 souls? Okay. How do we get up there, then? Because people have obviously gotten there. Do we jump? Nope. I have no idea if this is... I'm assuming we can get there, right? Because people got there to write the things. So I don't... Maybe that means that is an invisible wall. Maybe. I don't know. We got to go from higher up. I don't think. I don't know how those people got up there, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe... Is our armor too heavy? Is it... Like, if we have nothing equipped, do we jump slightly further? I don't know. Yeah, I won't bother. Okay. Well, good for them, however they got there. Right, what do we have here? Anywhere? Mysterious. No. Probably shouldn't whack our sword against the... Is that stone? Like, is that the mountain on the side? I don't know. Right, that's... So that's what's left. I don't know if we can maybe go over there and... I don't know. But before we go any further or do anything else, the whole reason that we're here is to help the Onion Man. We left Lost Isaac, so I'm in two minds as to whether once we've done this, whether we go finish Lost Isolith or do the rest of this Seath. Okay, yeah, this thing is quite strong. We'll do an Estus. Oof. We could try... That was pretty good. Ooh. Ooh. That was more luck than skill. What else do we have? Oh, we could use... Oh yeah, that didn't really work, did it, mate? Although, I think, didn't we figure out that it doesn't really make much difference? There's still something, though. Maybe that... Oh! Oh my gosh! I mean, that's not him, right? I thought it was somebody else. Okay. This is going to be voice acted, right? I think.
It was you who rescued me. Why?
Oh yeah, someone else.
I am Sieglinde Katerina. I don't know how
Sieglinde.
I ended up at crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you.
Well, you don't have to, but I kind of want that armor. I think that would be really cool.
Oh, have you seen my father?
Yes, we have.
Just like mine.
The Onion Man. Oh, so this is the Onion daughter. Yes, we have seen him.
I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. I shall just stay put and keep out of trouble.
Well, that is the hope, but considering he's in Lost Isolith, I don't know about that.
I shall just stay put and keep out of trouble.
Okay, so now we can either go back to the bonfire, then back to Lost Isolith, and get back to where there's no bonfire, warpable bits, which blows. But get to where we got to, then go a smidge further and do the next bit for the Onion Man. Or we can carry on here. I don't know. I thought I would be going straight back, but I'm sort of feeling like, well, we're here. We might get to the point that it gets too difficult and we have to go swap over or something. Don't know. But we're here, right? And I know my terrible sense of direction. If we go warping back to Quayleg's sister and then relearning the way down through the demon ruins and into Lost Isolith, I will forget everything about the layout here. I mean, this is quite good because we can just keep the wall on the one side of us. So I appreciate that very much. Ooh. Okay, note to self, we can't block that. Yeah, can we trap him behind the tree? Oh, no, okay. Oh, I don't think I've ever noticed. I think our guy... Oh, yeah, he didn't do it then. When he rolled backwards, I thought it was a bit different. I don't know. Okay. Down another crystal. They do give out 1,200 souls, so it's pretty good. I'm a little concerned about the group of 3 over here. And we have no fireballs. What's with the random bit of other wall? More titanite, but I don't know what it does. Okay. Well, I think the only way we have a chance here, we're going to need the extra bit of damage from casting this. For sure. Can we get one? Is that like 2 cronies and 1 boss? I don't know. Or are they all the same? Ideally, I only want to face 1 at a time. At most 2. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, we don't want to get too close to those others. Oh, not good, not good, not good. But that ice sound effect is really loud. Well, not ice, whatever it is, crystal. Okay. Only you, please. See, I don't get it, because they're turning with us so that he knows we're here. Why is he not helping out his fellow crystal soldier? One more. We'll keep the last magic weapon, I think. Because I don't know what else we're going to come across. I should probably go back to the bonfire. Even just to get the Estus back. I think our sword could probably do with a repair. We need more spells. I mean, they were all guarding this corner, right? Is there anything here? No. Okay. Yeah, sword is defo. Defo gonna need a repair. Ooh, more crystal. Okay. So it's kind of funneling us that way. There's no... I thought there would maybe be a shortcut or something, and that would take us, I don't know, to the Undead Burg or something. I still kind of think it might bring us out somewhere related to Darkroot. Because it's just... I don't know. It's a very spooky coincidence, if not. Yep, down with you. Ooh, more blue titanite. We have no use for it, but we will take it. They were just hanging out in the corner. They were just... That's really weird. That's why I thought there would be some kind of shortcut or gate or something. There was just flat out nothing. Right, well, we'll stick with keeping the wall on our right. So this should kind of loop us round, and then we can go back that way, and it should take us back. I don't know, it seems like it's kind of funneling us down this valley, but I don't know if that's a cliff. Ooh, not good. Toodles. Okay. Not that way. Yeah, see, I don't know how much, if any of it, we're going to be able to walk on. I I don't know. See, I kind of feel like it's taking us down there, but... Ooh, this might not end well. Let's use our... Here we go. Right, it is now officially butt whooping time. You know what? Oh! Okay. Yeah, I think it might be taking us down there. I don't know. So I think this is... Yeah. So by my calculation, we've now got all the loot here. In this kind of forest area. I thought for sure there was going to be a shortcut to Darkroot. I'm just double checking I didn't miss anything. There's the onion daughter. The baby onion. We've looted that. And there was nothing else that way. So, yeah. With nothing else going on, that sound of our armor moving is starting to annoy me. Blue titanite is used for magic weapons. Okay. So, intelligence scaling, right? I'm learning. Slowly. I don't know where that ladder would have taken us, but I think that's going backwards. And I think we let the dude in the big hat go, right? I think we did. I think we went back and did that. I'm not sure. Yes, repair everything. Okay. We're hopefully now gonna get through, because we're not gonna be fighting the crystal dudes now. We can just go past them. I mean, they did give a fair amount of souls, but not loads. It is nice being out here in like a fairly normal kind of forest environment, though. I don't know how long that is gonna last. She has nothing else to say. Hatman should be off to the... Ooh. Well, I want to go see him first. Because I think we could buy a whole load of stuff. I feel like the great magic weapon is not as good as I hoped. And also the soul arrow is also not great. It's kind of underwhelming. Off to the left-hand room before the secret staircase. I'm sure all his spells are ridiculously expensive, though. But it says talk. Oh, no, that's a table. Oh, yeah, he's there. I was looking at that thing. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, he is fairly well camouflaged.
I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent, more than expected even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you, and the secret of Seath's
Ooh.
immortality.
What might that be? Okay, so as of right now, that is our best spell. The Great Heavy Soul Arrow. That needs a smidge more intelligence, but I'm not necessarily against that if it will be a cool spell. Sorcery developed by, yep, that's him. Homing Soul Mass. I think this might be, if anyone remembers the Big Peter stream, one of the people that was on our side in that PvP bit, they had a spell that I think was that. It was like 5 or so orbs. And it seemed to do pretty well. I don't know. Holy shit. Soul Spear. For 36 intelligence. A symbol of Logan's strength, the Soul Spear is referenced repeatedly in the legends and is said to be on, oh my gosh, is said to be on par with Lord Gwyn's lightning. Well, that's the thing that's like the thing Lord Gwyn had. That's how he defeated all the dragons. So if that's on par, that sounds awesome. Oh my goodness, look at there's an even 44 intelligence. Shitting hell. Crystal magic weapon, 25 intelligence. Don't have that. Oh yeah, so there's a crystal version of everything. So I might be putting this together right. So the pyromancies, we came across chaos versions that had the lava extra effect, but they use 2 slots rather than 1. This I assume is kind of their version of it. It's a souped up version of the same spell that does more but requires more to use it. I think they all only use the 1 slot though, which is pretty good. 25 intelligence. Yeah, we that's quite a way off. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, I just had a reply on Reddit. Okay. Crystal is the strongest sorcery in the base game. Ah. Well, suddenly the, what was it? 40 something? The 44 requirement makes sense. I'm assuming this fella stays here. Because right now we don't have the souls. I could sit here and use a bunch of the ones in our inventory. If he's gonna, like, disappear off. Because I know we can't cast them right now. But I'd like to have the option, I think.
Ah, the secret of Seath's immortality.
This might be more useful.
You must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death.
The subtitles are having...
promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens the primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives.
Isn't that convenient? So we gotta go destroy that first, right?
Magnificent, a great pool of knowledge, the fruits of superior wisdom and an unquenchable desire for the truth. Some would say Seath had an unsound fixation, but his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands sacrifice, and I certainly bear no antipathy for that wonderful, scaleless beast.
Okay, so if he is gonna stay here until we buy all the bits and bobs. Hang on. Do we have to not go for Seath until we've bought them? Let me have a look. Okay. I know it's not the end of the world. Maybe there's an achievement, but I'm not achievement hunting. Just especially with like these NPCs that have dialogue and voice lines and stuff.
Farewell.
I will be going on to Dark Souls 2 when I'm done with Dark Souls 1. I could see myself maybe doing a new game plus, but I want to kind of do everything as much as we can in the one playthrough. And I've said it before, something silly like, oh, I didn't see this person, so I didn't talk to them. And now I've completely screwed up their whole quest line, and I'll have to wait until I restart the whole game to do, like, for the sake of spending a couple of minutes on Google, just making sure that I'm not screwing up the save. I don't know. I think that's probably worth it. Oh gosh. Okay, so ideally we didn't want to lose any health. So this is already not going amazingly. But I think we're now good to go this way. I just don't know where it's going to take us. Yeah, so we can come back maybe when we're done with when we've killed Seath and I assume got some souls. Oh no, we get a boss, don't we? Maybe when we've done Lost Izalith, we'll get a bunch of souls. I mean, there's so many people who are selling stuff that we haven't had the souls to get yet. So there's the more important, I think, is the pyromancies. There's a whole load new pyromancies that we haven't had the souls to get. And I think pyromancies are probably our best bet. So, yeah, I reckon it's going to be down that way somewhere. And Dark Souls 2, right, is it Scholar of the First Sin? I think that might be what it's called. I don't know. Probably, hang on, not Death Stranding 2. The second installment of the Dragon Souls series is set in the kingdom of Drangleic. Drangleic? I don't know. So not Lord Dran. So that was... Okay, so I don't think that's like a graphically different, but I think it, based on what it says on Wikipedia, I think that's like, it's got all the DLC. So I imagine if I look now, that is probably the version that I will see. I'm sure it's still going to be an option that we can get the original base version. I didn't know it was 360. I thought it would have been... I knew Dark Souls 1 was on the 360. I would have thought it would be Xbox One. So, okay, so it might look a bit worse and maybe run a bit worse. this is really unintuitive. No, I don't want to browse every game. That would take hours. Okay, so I've searched on the Xbox store according to their website, Dark Souls 2, and it hasn't come up. So, what did I... Oh yeah, so the only version I think that's on the Xbox store is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Ooh, okay. Okay, see, I'm now hyped again. I don't know if this was originally the Scholar of the First Sin kind of upgrade, because I didn't mention it on Wikipedia. But description, definitive edition of Dark Souls 2, including all Dark Souls 2 content in one package, blah, blah, blah. But then the second point, all new graphics, leap from 30 FPS to 60 FPS at 1080p resolution, adding a whole new level of smoothness. That's a hard one for me to say when I got a sore throat. Players will be amazed by the dynamic contrast in visual fidelity compared to the original Dark Souls 2. Enemy placement has been overhauled. Oh, that's unusual. The safe zones that some players remembered are no longer safe. That's weird. So they oh gosh. So it is actually quite different. But right, let me go back to this. Hang on. I will check. What I would normally do is it's actually quite easy on Xbox to search the store because it's all tied into Game Pass, and it's literally about 2 buttons. And that I trust. The website version is absolutely terrible. So honestly, it probably is on there somewhere. It's the thing about the enemy placement is a bit surprising. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a graphics improvement, so I am hyped for that. The other stuff, I mean, I won't know any different. And I'm sure people probably thought that some of the stuff they changed in this remaster was for the worse. Like adding in an extra bonfire, right? I don't think they did any enemy placement stuff. But, I mean, that, honestly, they would have... For them to flat out change it, I'm assuming maybe that means that they were trying to tweak it for the better. So, yeah, we'll go for the better looking, better running, most recent version, I suppose. Oh, there goes the timer. But then, of course... Oh, hang on. Yeah, I got... Hang on. Okay, we should be back. So I've just looked up. I'm sure this will sound very strange if you're not from the UK. I checked the sex shop, which one of my very first clips, I think, was about the sex shop back in Outlast 1. It's Scholar changed more. The sex shop is now, especially now, Game was the biggest and at this point only video game store. They went bankrupt for the second time fairly recently, so they are now completely gone. So now the only place is CEX, which I'm sure is probably pronounced Kex. I called it the sex shop. And it's... you go and you trade in your old phones or your old box set of Friends Season 7, and they give you 25p for it. They have now taken it because it's like a mix of like a pawn shop, as in PAWN, and like a game store. So there's headphones, there's consoles, there's laptops, there's gaming PC, motherboards, like, and because of the times we live in where everyone's broke, everyone's selling all that old shit. So there is now literally one in every, not just in every city, in every town. I live in the middle of nowhere. I think there's 4 in about a half-hour radius. So like when I was going through all the Call of Duty games, some of them were cheaper on the Microsoft store, so I have them digitally. But a lot of them I could get from the sex shop for literally like £1.50 each. So it that's the reason I did it. So I just checked on there, and they do have they have Dark Souls 2, the original, as a Xbox 360 game for £1.50. I think it was £1.50. £2.50. Okay. So it would be possible, although I think my disk drive still works when it's a Blu-ray, or the discs they used, DVDs and 360 games are the same. It uses the same sensor, laser scanner thing. And Xbox One and Series X games and Blu-rays use the same disc. The Blu-ray / Series X / Xbox One in mine still works perfectly. The one, I don't know how, but the 360 one, the DVD player, does not work anymore. I remember I looked it up. It was going to cost me like £300 to repair it. And I was like, I just won't play DVDs. So I do still have all my 360 games, but unfortunately now I don't think I can play them on this. But there is also a 360 version of Dark Souls Scholar of the First Sin. I'm guessing that probably doesn't have the 60 FPS mode. If it was still coming out on 360, I don't know. I don't think 60 FPS was a thing. So it will probably be a million times easier for me to just play the most recent version. And they had a new director. Ooh. So how does that work? Is that the so the music's different? Like the vibe is different? I don't know. Because I'm assuming the story, the environments, like the plot, all of that is still the same. The game looks better and the enemies are in slightly different places. But the game is still... I don't know. Oh, crystal dudes. I guess it makes sense that they're here, right? If this is the crystal cave, you'd assume the crystal golems hang out in the crystal cave. You wouldn't assume they hang out in Darkroot Forest. Still don't know exactly why that's the case. I don't want to accidentally take a... We're not going to survive falling down there, are we? Right, we could maybe go that way and then round there. Or we can't go that way. Was that... I don't think there was another way back up here. I thought maybe there would be a way open. Shall we just check before we go any further in? I don't think there was another way over here to the left. Anywhere. I don't know what that person is trying to communicate anywhere. And it's defo not... No. Don't know. Very uncomfortable with the fact we have 30,000 souls on us. Very uncomfortable. Seath sent them. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that detail. How could I forget that? Because he turned the maidens into the octopus people, right? And the men into the lizard men? Or the crystal people? I don't know. But I remember he was turning all the women folk into octopus people, because that's how he rolls, I suppose. Okay, well, we're headed down there then, I'm assuming, if someone's written a thing. Well, I guess we've... Have we beaten the Duke's archives? I don't know. We've gone through it. Oh, that's a nice sound effect. Ooh, it's the, we killed you. We have your soul. We haven't turned it into a weapon, but we... That's the moonlight butterfly, right? That 100%. What's that? Or is that... I don't know what that animation is. It's like shooting stars or something. I don't know. Oh. Okay. That nearly went very differently. We're going to have to be super careful here, aren't we? Oh, crumbs, there's not only one moonlight butterfly, there's two. Okay. That's a lovely sound. Very nice. I don't know if we've... I'm assuming we've got to go down there, right? Hang on a second. I looked down there and I thought, goodness gracious, what's that thing down there? I thought, goodness gracious, how have two people written messages out there? And then I noticed that there's also that animation that's like a, I don't know if it's a shooting star or a falling bit of crystal, or, but it's going kind of across there, right? So I am probably going to be wrong here, and we will take a big tumble. And say goodbye to the 30,000 souls. Okay. So we have invisible ground. I'm assuming not everywhere, so we're not going to make it through this without dying at least once. We could go that way, right? Go up here. Oh, okay, we're back here. So let's go, now armed with that knowledge. I don't know where else, but I'd like to get to that bit, wherever it was that made me notice it. I don't know. Yeah, there's no, I think it is that weird shooting star animation. Honestly, I don't think we came across it until we were down there. So I think it's going to be from that point on. Is that a way we can go? Can we get over there? Oh, no, okay. No. This is very cool. I mean, it still, honestly, it still just looks like ice to me. I think they made it too blue. I guess here it's a bit better because you can tell it's dark. There's a type of, I used to be super into rocks and crystals and shit. Not in like a spiritual way, like I'm an 8-year-old boy and it's cool. I think every boy at some point is like, oh yeah, crystals are cool, and then they're like, oh yeah, dinosaurs are cool. Here we go. I don't remember any of it. That's I wasn't super into it. Like that, all that knowledge is long gone. But there's a type of crystal that is like this, and it's black, and it's these, I don't know what you'd call that texture. The kind of, I can't think what it is. I don't know. I mean, this is back when, I don't think they do this anymore. There used to be like magazines, and they're basically targeted at kids, right? And it's like, oh, with every week, say it's going to be about the body, right? And every week they're going to send you a bone, and the magazine will be talking about the body, and you have to eventually buy like 150 magazines once a week or a month or whatever to collect all of them, to be able to actually build the skeleton or whatever it might be. And they'd always do, I think this was maybe the first time I realised like what advertising was, and that people were just trying to make money, right? The first one would always be about £1, right? For context, I don't know what that, like a individual can of Coke, right? Super cheap for a really good professional, like glossy publication with some super fancy, enticing thing. And then after that, they'd be like 10 quid a month or some ridiculous price. I did a rocks and minerals, one of those. So I have somewhere, I have all those like starter bits for all these different magazine things. But I do still buy cool crystals. When I go, whenever I go abroad, which I think I've been abroad once in the last 5 years, I always get a crystal. You know, like some people get a snow globe. I get a big old crystal to put on my desk. And I don't really care what they are. I definitely don't care what like spiritual meaning it has, because it's just a crystal and it looks cool. That's the only reason I'm interested. It's one of the things I tried, like when I was first having panic attacks. Ooh, have one of those tourmaline, or I can't remember what rock it is that helps with anxiety. And if it does help with anxiety for some people, that is awesome. I am super glad that it works. I have never got any benefit, and I have tried. So my appreciation for rocks and crystals and stuff is basically exclusively the coolness factor. I used to know all about it. I don't anymore. Oh god, this is stressing me the hell out. That I'm nervously rambling about rocks and minerals. Oh god, I don't like this. I mean, shitting hell, do we go? It looks like there's maybe... Is this a fork in the road? Or not? Because we go back here. Is there a way to the right down there? Or is that just in the distance? It looks like there's other ones over there. I don't know. Yeah, see that? Right. It looks right now like we can either go forwards over there or that way over there. I am stressing so bad. And every time I look down, I see 31,000 souls. I'm going to go this way. We'll go this way. Can we? No. Sugar. Okay, so we can't go left and up there then. Or can we? Oh, I don't know. The right is certain death. Okay. We will stay here. Oh, it's another crystal guy. I'm assuming there's not also a person stuck in here. We also have the Dark Souls DLC. Oh, sugar. It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. We have the Artorias DLC. And we picked up the broken pendant item. So we as far as I know, we can now do that at any point. I don't know story-wise. I'm assuming do it before the end of the game. It's not like post-game content. Because post-game, I assume you probably get looped back and start New Game Plus. Yeah, we are not tangling with any crystal dudes that we don't have to. Now I know that we are headed down this way. Just for goodness sake, don't topple over the edge. Not before we get our stuff back. The golden guys in the crystal caves are more mini bosses. Oh god, he's chasing us down. Oh god, there's two of them. Okay. Don't go over the edge. Oh no, there's bloody three of them. Shit. I have a real bad feeling. We can't beat three, can we? And we can't go backwards much more. Okay. Well, that happened. That happened. I wish it didn't happen, but that happened. Well, I am going to go have my tablets. And then we will get... I guess now we got nothing to lose, right? We're back at that point. We got nothing to lose now. So I'm a lot more confident now. Okay, we should be back. I don't know how much longer we'll be going tonight because I need to not go to bed as late, but I will be doing a long stream tomorrow. Touch wood. Where are we going? This way. Hello. We are back. At the moment we beat the final boss, we're locked into the end. Okay. So, yes, we definitely need to do the DLC at some point. Mainly as well because I've heard it's really good. So, that helps. Oh, that wasn't really the best start. Right, well, what we've learned is that we have to deal with the crystal people. We can't just run past because they will follow. So it's going to be better to take them on one-on-one right here before we're like stuck on an invisible path facing 3 of them at once and we can't dodge. See, wasn't that a million times easier? Okay. Well, on the plus side, I mean, what time is it now? I reckon our stream tonight will be about 2 hours, which is not great. Anything less than 3 hours, and I'm disappointed. In myself, to be clear. But yeah, on the plus side, I think we've officially beaten the Duke's Archives. For now, at least. I think maybe there might be something else if we go back there, but we could say that about so many places. Can add it to the list of, we'll go back there when we've got a bunch of souls and just make sure there's no other loot, make sure there's no other bosses, all that jazz. So which way do we go now? Right, we'll get those, which unfortunately is not the 30-something thousand souls that we lost. I am very frustrated that we let those slip, but okay. Let's go this way. Right, and I'm going to keep my eyes open for any other shooting star paths that I might have missed. I don't think there was any, because I think we came all the way and looked from the start, right? Yeah, when I figured out that one, I was like, let's go back and check. I don't think there was anything, so down here? Yeah, okay. Nope. Yeah, we were going on a ramble about crystals. Absolutely stunned. I mean, I hope that doesn't become an enemy, because the designs for the enemies in this game have been arguably up there as the best in any game I have ever played. And most of them are like extremely fucked up, disturbing, super horror leaning. Then a lot of them are kind of fantasy, but again with the kind of horror flavour. The Moonlight Butterfly is probably the only enemy I've come across that I would describe as ethereal. It's just absolutely stunning. Right, I think it was here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we're not going to go right. There's the crystal fella. Gravity is the biggest threat. I think we should be good. Because we're going to be on here, so we're going to have some movement. But it's just going to be making sure that we don't go too far to one side. And because I think I went off that side, right? If we get past this fella, it's the furthest we've gotten. Which would be cool. Yeah, I can't really dodge left and right here. Oh. Down we go. I know where we're headed, though. Which is good. And we can reliably get there. So I don't know, it's called the Crystal Caves, right? Caves, plural. So I don't know if it's going to kind of... It could descend and then end up taking us to dark route or how? No idea. Okay, 7 light attacks. Oh, sugar, I did not see you there, big fella. Anyone else? Not that way. Oh, slightly too far away there. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Perfect. One more on that one on the left. Oh, oh, oh. Hang on, the heavy attack's different when we are not using a shield. It's another slash, which means the only way to do thrust damage with this is to be using the shield. Okay. I did not know that. Oh no, it's Crystal Cave singular. Okay. Right. Crystal fella. Not good. We should Estus, right? Oh, so I said last night, last night we finished Space Marine 2. For anybody that is watching now but was not watching last night. And I mentioned that there's a TV series made by Amazon that came out in the last couple of years called Secret Level. An anthology series where every episode's about a different video game. And it's not like a documentary about the game. It's like a half-hour mini-movie. So I've seen the Pac-Man one because it's super fucked up. Made by, I believe, the same team that did Love, Death and Robots. There's some of the Love, Death and Robots episodes on Netflix. The art style's different in all of them, but some of them are like realistic graphics. And I think it's the same studio. I might be wrong. But one of the episodes is Space Marine 2. And I assumed it was going to be just sort of in the same universe. And I found out that it's actually, not only is it based on Titus, the character from the game, it's a direct sequel. So I said yesterday I was going to watch it today and then probably end up talking about it. I have not seen it yet. So I'll probably talk about it tomorrow. I went to watch it on Amazon and then it started playing, I think it was like 2.5 minutes of unskippable ads, and I was like, fuck this. I am not in the mood for this. Now this, I don't want to say that it's going well, but I'd say this is maybe the best it's gone. It's very interesting that that attack that is summoning the big cloud of crystals, it doesn't seem to work if we're above or below them. It kind of glitches out, which I am not complaining about. This is now the furthest we've gone, which is very good. Should we have attacked the butterfly? I don't know. This looks like maybe a one-way ticket. I don't think we've been over there, wherever that is. We came from there. Yeah, maybe there's somewhere like, if we defeat that butterfly and then go down, I don't know. I might... Sugar, where was it? This, it feels like... this is going to be a very obscure reference that I would bet everything in my bank account nobody will know that is watching right now. A city, I'm in the south of England, and I'm technically classed as Southampton, but the next city over on the other side is Portsmouth, and they have a long-standing rivalry. What? Hang on. Why did I? Oh yeah. And in Portsmouth is this thing called the Spinnaker Tower, right? Which is this big. I'm sure when I was in Chicago, London's got skyscrapers, especially in the economic bit. It's all big skyscrapers, but Chicago is insane. Like from someone that lives, there's like some dude's farm where there's horses like 5 minutes down the road. I am used to seeing hills and trees and other houses, but seeing the Chicago skyline was mind-blowing. So it's nothing compared to that, but there's this thing called the Spinnaker Tower, and it has at the top floor, right, where it's more of like a monument than there's no offices or anything in there, but you can go to the top where the floor is, and I think there's a bar there, but the main thing is there's this big like glass platform that you can stand on or lay on, and it's glass and there's nothing underneath it because of the way the tower's designed. So I remember when I was a kid and they built it, and I went up there, and I was like a little kid, but I remember laying down on the floor and like scooting forward a little bit to the point that my eyes were looking through the glass panel and being like, nope, and shuffling back. And what I always bring this up as something I will never, ever do. The main mental health charity near me is constantly having people abseil down that thing to raise funds, and every time I'm like, it's really cool, but please stop emailing me about it, because I can't do that shit. There is no way in hell that you can. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. I am not good with heights. Yeah, we were going back this way, weren't we? Sorry, again, distracted there. Yeah, so we have the Moonlight Butterfly here. I don't know if there's a way kind of... it doesn't look like there's a way past it. That's just... yeah, that's back the way we came. Is there a way... I mean, we can get really close. I don't know what's its head. Is the big spiral thing its head? Or is that there the head? I don't know. Oh yeah, see, look, there's So people have gotten over there. How did they get there, though? Oh yeah, we can't see them now, can we? What am I missing here? Oh, they're further over that way. Still can't see them from here, which is weird. Okay, well that's defo a path that way. Right, I think. Now, is there one going left? I don't know. I think if we go over there, we're going to topple down. So maybe it... I don't know how we're going to get there. Maybe it's like a... If you go back to where we killed the gold... Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, this isn't going to work, is it? We started falling for a second. I don't know how wide the path is. Enemy ahead. Bravery. Shit, do we go... Oh, this is freaking me out big time. Here. Ooh, well there's an item over there. Solid ground. Solid ground. Blue titanite slab. Well, we will take that. I don't think we'll be using it, but we'll take it. I think, do we drop down there? Or is that death? I don't know if that's something we can jump onto and then go up there. I don't know. I don't know that I want to... Yeah, I don't really want to risk it. I think this will be my last... the last run of tonight's stream. We did just hit 2 hours, so it's not been a complete failure. And we did, I suppose, beat the Duke's Archives. We definitely haven't beaten this place, though. Right, this way. Oh, God. Up here. Oh, I I hate this so much. I am like on edge. Ooh, is this the way we came? Oh, okay. Well, at least we don't need to go back that way. We can just go where the gold fella was and go right. Yeah, I'm going to call it for tonight, friends. It's been a super short one. But we've made progress, and we got some materials. We've cleared all of this place, and we've got the route down. And we figured. I'm proud that I figured out that there were invisible floors. I'm kind of shocked at that, quite honestly. We will be back streaming tomorrow. It will be a longer stream. I really enjoyed the one from, what was it, 2 nights ago that was like nearly 8 hours. So hopefully it will be more like that, rather than a little 2 hours. But thank you so much. Anybody and everybody that stopped by, or future people. Thank you once again to Nix, the resident Dark Souls master, for the company and for the advice. It's very much appreciated. And I hope everybody has a lovely rest of your evening. I hope you've had a wonderful day until we started super late. And we'll be back tomorrow. So take care, friends, and don't you dare go hollow. I know it's tempting when there's invisible floors and we take many tumbles, but what's the phrase? It's not the falling over. It's not the falling over. It's the getting back up that counts. Just stick with don't